What's up, y'all? It's Ty back here with another video. College Football Ultimate Team 25. Let's take a look at budget options, some of your best budget cards to build your team around, to spend your coins on right now in Ultimate Team. Now, here's the deal. This video is tough for me to do because there's a price floor, and the cards that are the most overpopulated are some of the best budget cards in the game. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Obviously, if you look at my specific squad, some of these guys could honestly be useful on my squad, and I'm even using a lot of the guys in this video. So that's just something I want you guys to realize, is I'm not just up here talking. Like, these are guys that are actually in my squad as well. And all of these cards that I'm going to be talking about today are below 20,000 coins. Most of them, I do believe, are below 15,000 coins. Let's start with some honorable mentions, okay? And at the honorable mentions, let's go to the wide receiver position, and let's go to 80 or 81 overalls. Some honorable mentions that I do want to mention for you guys today. Jeremiah Hunter up first. If you like to throw the ball deep, he is a fantastic guy for your squad. He's 6'2", great speed, great deep route running, good jump, good catching, and he's an 80 overall. Right now, you can get him. I think his price floor is right about 10,000 coins, so not super expensive. But he's a guy that just came out in the Ultimate Alumni set, and he's an absolute beast on the outside. Again, if you like, throwing those deep passes, Jeremiah Hunter is a perfect deep threat for you and your specific squad. Got another wide receiver that I do want to talk about for you guys today. I gotta find him though, and it is Tre Harris. A little more expensive here. I think when I was looking, there was one for 17,000 coins. Tre Harris, a little bit of an upgrade over Hunter as far as a versatile offensive wide receiver. Now, Harris is going to be able to do a little bit more. If you look at Hunter, he's more of a, deep route runner, and that's about it. Harris still is that 6'2", still going to be doing all of those things, but a little bit better mid route runner, a little bit better short route runner. Just does a little bit more, in my opinion, than Hunter. Is it worth that extra 10,000 coins? Probably not, honestly, unless you have a lot of coins, but definitely two wide receivers, and I think the wide receiver position is so important that I wouldn't mind picking up if I was you guys. Our third guy I want to talk today is about a guy that's an offensive lineman. Offensive linemen right now are pretty expensive. The guy I want to talk about today is this guy right here, and this is an absolute snipe for 7,200. And this is what I'm talking about. You can snipe all of these cards, 7,200 coins for Baines, who is an absolute stud at that right guard position. Offensive lineman is one position in which there's not a lot that is, in my opinion, overpopulated, and maybe I overpaid for him, but I don't think I did, considering there's a lot being sold right now for 7,200 coins. It's one thing right now, it makes me wonder, did they just adjust the prices or the floors of some of these cards possibly during this video? Because I don't see how, if they didn't, he would be as cheap as he is. Anyways, let's get to talking about him. Again, 10,000 coins it really does look like for one of, in my opinion, the better offensive linemen in the game. Obviously, there are a lot of glitches going on right now in the game, and so a lot of these cards are overpopulated, and this is one of those cards that, in my opinion, is overpopulated right now. But I think if you need a right guard and offensive lineman, he plays for me. He is definitely a guy that I would recommend picking up. And if you can get him for 8,000, 7,200, which honestly, a lot of people are probably going to be putting him up for 7,200 at that price floor. Definitely a guy that I would recommend sniping. If you are looking for snipe filters, Baines is definitely a guy to keep an eye on, because I don't think his price is going to get to that 7,200 mark, because I think he is an incredible budget beast. Now to our top five. Let's crack it down at number 5 with a safety. I think he's a strong safety, Greg Rubin. Now, look, right now, I think he's the best budget safety in the entire game. Why? He's got good speed at an 80. He plays great zone coverage. He just does a little bit of everything for you guys on the field. And definitely a guy that I think is the best strong safety as far as budget-wise in the entire game. I actually, at the time I'm recording this, am running a strong safety that costs more than Rubin, who isn't better than Rubin. Don't ask me why, because honestly, I shouldn't be doing it. But that's how it goes. Obviously, Rubin, with that 80 speed at that strong safety position, is really solid, and definitely a guy that, if I'm you guys, I'm looking at picking up for your specific squad. Next up, guys, we've got a middle linebacker, 82 overall, the most expensive guy I'm going to talk about today, and that is French. 82 overall middle linebacker, who again is just so overpopulated right now. Can get it for 19,000 coins. That is his price floor. But I really like him as a user. You know, 79 speed is not bad. 82 tackle, just a little bit of everything. Zone coverage obviously isn't that great. Fits that 3-4 chemistry. But overall, Martavius French, a really solid middle linebacker. Again, if you are trying to ball on a budget, guy that can be a solid user for you guys. Coming in at my third best budget beast right now in the entire game. Again, a lot of these guys are in those in the conference story set because those were kind of what was glitched at one stage. But we're going to plug in, I think he's an 81 overall right end, I do believe. Here he is, Brendan Mott. Now, it's another guy that plays for me. And there's a lot to like with this guy. 77 speed. Good tackling, obviously good finesse move right there. 6'5" at the right end position. But compare him to some of the other right ends, he's tough to beat when it comes down to budget-wise. And again, you can pick him up for 10,000 or 12,000 coins. If I do say MT during this video, it's because I'm from my team, so I get those kind of confused. But 12,000 coins for Mott. Definitely a guy that can play at that right end position. And even if you have a really good squad, Mott can fit right in there as a speed rusher for you guys. At my number 2, and I got to be honest, I think there's a big difference between my number 3 on this list and my number 2. At my number 2, we're plugging in one of my favorite cornerbacks in the entire game. That is an 81 overall for 12,000 coins. It is Andre Jordan Jr. 6'1", good eye, 81 speed, 81 acceleration, 81 zone coverage. So if you play a lot of zone, Andre Jordan Jr. is perfect. Fits that 3-3-5 chemistry. The one thing for me right now about Andre Jordan Jr. that's tough is his man coverage isn't great and his press isn't great. So if you do run a lot of zone, Andre Jordan Jr. is a cornerback for you guys to pick up. Definitely one of the better budget corners. One of the better budget players in the entire game. But the best budget corner in my opinion, especially if you are playing a lot of zone coverage right now. I might have lied, this last guy might be a little more expensive here, but it is a-okay. This is a guy that was pulled a lot in the glitch last night, and so again, when we're talking about, you know, some of these guys that, you know what, are overpopulated right now, this is one of them. I pulled 3 of him last night while I was opening packs for the glitch, and he plays for me right now. It is Brown, Hawkize Brown. The problem with Hawkize Brown is he's only 5'10", but he's got 82 speed, 82 catching, 82 deep route running, 80 short, 81 middle. Well, he can do it all. The only problem is he is 5'11", so just be a little bit careful. He's not a real jump ball threat, but everything else, perfect type of slot receiver as well. And again, for 19,000 coins, he's tough to beat. Again, kind of overpopulated right now. I think I've got a few of him, and honestly, I think he might even be selling for me right now. So definitely a card to look out for in Hawkize Brown. That's going to wrap it up for my budget video today, guys. You guys can let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. And again, if you are looking for a decent snipe filter, this is the one I recommend about as much as anything. And I know you guys are probably like, really, Ty? This is just a boring snipe filter. But trust me when I'm telling you that this, I think, what is he? He's a conference story offensive lineman. Is a snipe filter glitch. I mean, if you can get him for 9,000 and sell him for 11,000, boom, instant 1,000 coins left and right. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.